Newlets.
Alright y'all, how about something a little more wholesome after the spicy content I just posted the other day? You can check that out. But speaking of spicy, I'm going to share with you guys some of my favorite must-have Maxis match mods for custom food in The Sims 4. So today we are here with a sim that I made just for this video. His name is Blaine Peters. He has gone grocery shopping and everything, and he's getting ready for the holidays. He's going to share with you some of his favorite holiday recipes. He's a Simfluencer that, creates different recipes online for everyone to enjoy. He's very down the street man, not the girl next door, but your down the street man, if you get my drift. But yeah. So here we are with Blaine. He's back home. He's got his little setup and everything. He's just preparing some dough. He's recording himself. Now why would that be like that at a time like this? I'm using first and foremost the Brazenlotus custom recipe book. Okay, so what is going on? Okay, let me just get the camera out the way. Y'all, this is not gonna be aesthetic. I tried my best. Here, we'll just move his little, shopping bags. Here, we'll move that for you. And we'll move this for you as well. We'll get to that. Yeah, y'all, he is right now creating a fancy pumpkin pie. He's got some dough in the mixer. He's got some dough in the mixer and everything. But he's making a fancy pumpkin pie from the Brazenlotus cookbook. So this mod is pretty simple. This is the Brazen Homestead Cookbook. It's by Brazenlotus. I hope I'm saying that right. It's really just an item that you need to place down out of build mode. You'll be able to find it under small appliances in build mode. Or you can just search up the Brazen Homestead Cookbook. And I really like this one because I feel like it integrates really well with the regular recipes in The Sims, because you can cook by diet, so you can choose healthy, vegetarian, occult, lactose free. They have their own custom recipes for those, and you can choose which recipes you want to go in your game. You also can cook by region, which I really like, because every sim is not from the same origin, and when you make different sims, it's just gonna be fun to do something like that. And you can cook by category, whether it's appetizers and breads, desserts, main dishes. He's putting his pie away. Soups, stews, things like that. This is how you get to mainly the Brazenlotus recipes, so you can see there. These are Maxis match, and they're very good quality. The proportions are great. The options are great. I just really like this cookbook. And yeah, so you can also have custom drinks with this mod as well, and they go by seasons. Now, we're in summer, so pay no mind to that, but if it was fall, you can find your fall ingredients. I'm just going to show you guys another dessert by them. But yeah, check their website and everything, and check through the recipes and see what you like. Now, you will have to have this cookbook down in order to use it. They aren't available to be accessed from the fridge, from what I know, or the oven or the stove. You have to have the cookbook down in order to click on it and access the custom recipes. But I like that it integrates some of the recipes from the game as well. Another thing I like about this cookbook is that it uses like the prepped ingredients or fresh ingredients or the simple living lot traits and things like that. So they have been updated to account for like having sweet batter or cookie dough that will reduce the time that it takes to cook the items. So right now, Blaine is going to get into creating the fig and walnut tart. This is a tart that marries the subtle sweetness of fresh figs with the nutty crunch of walnuts. Its buttery, flaky crust is a perfect match for the rich fig and walnut filling. It's also vegetarian safe, so it's going to be compatible with that. And optional, just because I don't have the Simple Living lot trait on, eggs and sugar to create it. And they're pretty reasonably priced as well. Like, who wouldn't love that? And it also has the different categories if you were looking for that. It has different swatches. The pages don't change, but the back color, like the cover color, will change. So as you can see, and it's nice because it incorporates with Maxis in that there's a cookbook, I believe, that uses those same covers in the game. So it's just one opened up, right, and set on a stand. But because we're making pies and things from his Brazenlotus cookbook, I decided to use that. I don't know why I'm missing like a mesh or something when it comes to him getting the first prepped ingredient, but as you can see, when he gets to creating the pie, why don't you move your wallet and stuff, baby? Hold on. Oh my God, I can move the wallet. Oh, I just love this Sims when it's like custom content that works with that. But as you can see, like, I didn't have to download any custom ingredients, and yet when he gets to chopping and doing all of that, these are actually like what he's using. So those are figs he's using to create this recipe, and you're able to see that. So I really like that aspect of this cookbook. So I'll just share with you guys another recipe that's from Brazenlotus so you can get a good peek at the Maxis match quality. Like, it matches. It's got that like 3D look to it. So this is roasted rainbow carrots. He is creating the fig and walnut tarts. Oh, I already made it before. Oh my God, it's just like it's just like a cooking shows when it's like, oh, here it is. Like, he showed you the prep for one, but he already had one set up and ready to go. That's so funny. Good, he'll just keep that one in his back pocket. But here's the fancy pumpkin pie. So again, it's Maxis match quality. It's not gonna be like that extra realistic look, but I like that it just integrates with the recipes in the game, especially if you don't have any overlays and things like that. And that's just one simple cookbook that you can have in your repertoire to use. Another one. Now we'll move into our next recipe. You might see this beautiful pecan pie on the table. This is by TianaSims cookbook. Again, another Maxis match dessert and everything that your Sims can get into. It kind of works similarly to Brazenlotus in that it's just a little cookbook that you buy in buy mode. It's in your small appliances, and I'll show you. Oh, okay, he's struggling a little bit. He already created this little pecan pie from TianaSims, and he's about to make another one of their desserts using the prepped ingredients, the dough that he made before. I really like that it integrates that as well. And what's he making? Oh, he's making a peach pie. But as you can see, this is TianaSims pecan pie. Or pecan, it depends on how you say it. I don't know. Around the holidays, this is definitely something that my family gets into. So this is made with crunchy pecan pie is made with crunchy short crust pecan. Wait, why can't I read? Pecan pie is made with crunchy short crust pastry and filled with buttery pecans and honey, a classic Thanksgiving dessert. It's vegetarian safe, as you can see, and it's Maxis match. The recipe that he's currently making, he's using his TianaSims cookbook here, right in front of him. Obviously, that's a pizza on the cover, but I'm going to show you the different swatches that's available. But as you can see, just like the Brazenlotus cookbook, and not to compare everything, but there are the ingredients that you're using. Even though these ingredients are not available in the game, you can see the ingredients that are being used to create this recipe on the cutting board. So I just like more integration. It makes it feel more real. When we're talking about Maxis Match, it's not just the look of the art style that the custom content is created in, but also is it like integrated within the game. So I'm just going to show you guys. If you go to kitchen appliances, here are a lot of my little custom food mods, but this is the TianaSims cookbook filled with secret recipes that have been passed down through generations of Sims. This cookbook is just waiting to be read. Time to don the apron. He's donning his apron and start cooking up something delicious. So again, it's just an object that in order to access these recipes, you have to have this object placed down on your lots or in your Sims inventory. But yeah, it just changes like how it's configured. Maybe there's sticky notes on the pages. Maybe you got a little bit of the food on it. Like, it's just very cutesy. I really love this cookbook, but I also like the way that the recipes look as well. So if you click on the TianaSims cookbook, it is called TianaSims cookbook. You can rename it. So say I had it like look like this, and maybe it's his Gigi's Thanksgiving recipes. As far as the description, maybe Gigi says, "Don't forget where you came from." And the recipes that fueled you to get where you needed to be. I don't know. I just made that up. So this is Gigi's Thanksgiving recipes, and it'll update. You can just really customize it and storytell with it, which I really like. Also, when you click on it, you can put it in your inventory from that way, and you can access the TianaSims recipes, which are organized into these categories. I really like that this includes canning and baking and drinks and meals and desserts and breakfast. So as you can see, we just created the peach pie, which he's putting away. And now he's gonna get his prepped ingredients from the mixer, and we're gonna get into some more savory options for dinner. So here are some of the TianaSims cookbook recipes that I have downloaded. Again, they integrate ingredients from the game, prepped ingredients, fresh ingredients, things like that. And there's a lot of variation in the style of cooking and the origin and things like that. So I really like that. They include a lot of like soul food. Again, these nice descriptions for the food. I even made some cornbread, the moist, crumbly, golden bread made from corn and commonly served with a side of collard greens. And we're going to make some collard greens and cornbread. I'm going to show you guys in our next recipes. But he made some cornbread ahead of time. So if you want to storytell in that way, like, you have these recipes that go with things. But he needs his prep veggies, which he's grabbing from his mixer right now, and we're gonna make some green bean casserole. This is a staple in a lot of people's Thanksgiving recipes. Let me know down below what you guys eat on Thanksgiving, if you even celebrate it, or just what do you eat during the holiday season? What's your cozy meals? I actually don't eat this for Thanksgiving, but I've heard other people say it. This simple casserole with its green beans and crispy fried onions will make a hearty addition to the dinner table. So Blaine has pulled that cornbread out of the fridge, and he's using his prepped ingredients to start creating his green bean casserole. In the meantime, again, using that TianaSims cookbook, and he's doing all the different things that we see the Sims do when they cook. He's doing his normal Sim lagging routine. But while he figures out what he's doing with his life, let me show you guys the recipes. Here we have the cornbread. This is what it looks like. You can actually take a bite of that. You don't have to use it for prep. I'm just storytelling in that way. But yeah. Blaine, put it in the oven. Y'all, thank you. And you can see it's in the oven, and it looks like the green bean casserole. We have our peach pie, ripe juicy peaches, buttery flaky pastry, cinnamon sugar sprinkles, a touch of spice. This dessert promises a burst of summer bliss with each bite. Oh, you guys don't have peach pie during the holidays? Oops. And there goes our green bean casserole. He's just gonna put it away for later, just so it stays fresh. But it's nice because he got to use his ripe peaches over here. And he's now getting into his collard greens and cornbread. This is definitely a staple in my house during the holidays. This is what it looks like when he's making it. But this is from Granny's old cookbook. So this is a cookbook by Littlbowbub. Also only accessible from the cookbook, being placed down from Build By. Right here, your small kitchen appliances. This was my first love of cookbooks. So this is Granny's cookbook if you look it up. Grannies as in not your granny's cookbook, but as in multiple grannies. So there are multiple versions of this. There's a homestead cookbook, and then there's the Granny's cookbook. There's also, I believe, like an occult one, and they just contain like different recipes. So it depends on what you want to use. A staple in my game is definitely the Granny's old cookbook. It's full of family favorite recipes. Oh, the good times. And recipes are downloaded separately, again, from Littlbowbub. There's also another version of it now. It's an add-on to the Granny's cookbook. It's a little tin of recipes, so you don't have to have the cookbook down. Say it's more conducive to your gameplay to have the little tin of recipes. There's this one. Again, even the cookbook is Maxis match. They're again using cookbooks that are available in the game. You can make them match. You can make one be the closed version, one be the open version if you want to, especially like we're using like this gray version, things like that. Nice. I really love it. You can make it just look like, you know, your granny's old cookbook, or you can make it look like something new that you just bought. There's also this new version, which is the cookbook stand. Display your favorite cookbook proudly on the stand and never forget the secret ingredients with these helpful sticky notes. Let's hope they don't fall off. So again, you'd have to have that original cookbook, but then you have this one available. I didn't even know this existed. I just found this right now. But this is an open version of the cookbook. This is so cute. Oh my God. Nice. Look at that. I love it. The different swatches. I'll be using that as well. And then there's also the Homestead Helper. So this is like an additional mod. It's not an add-on to the cookbook. This is more so like if you want that like cottagey, living on a homestead recipes. Like if you want to make your own bread, if you want to do a lot of different canning and things like that. I'm not going to be showing it in today's showcase, but it just adds more recipes that are more of that type of style of cooking. It works the same way that this one does, so I'm going to show you how. This is the Granny's old cookbook. So if you click on this one, you can name the cookbook. So same thing, you can name it My Granny's Cookbook. Down home recipes for the holidays. Literally, just make it up, you know, story tell with that, all you want to do, and it's gonna change the way that it looks just like that. You can put it in your inventory. You have the Granny's recipes that you have access to, so they're displayed in these different categories: appetizers, barbecue, breakfast, desserts, meals. I really like this one because they have different food types, different than anything that's in the game, and yet they are Maxis match. So we have like stuffed pumpkins, we have this different soup, we have this goat cheese strawberry salad with the nice serving spoons, we have a peanut butter and jelly, like fettuccine alfredo, chicken adobo, chorizo tacos, potato soup. It just has like regular like things that people actually eat on the daily, which I really like. Mac and cheese and fried chicken, if you make that for the holidays. Beef patties and cocoa bread, pot roast, lasagnas. It breaks down into a cute little serving. Like they've got oxtail recipes and plantain. And you, as you can see, this is what a single serving looks like, but then the family size and the party size will look like this. And again, it's using those prepped ingredients, those fresh ingredients. So if you have dough in your inventory or in your fridge, you're able to use that to reduce the cooking time on some of the foods. Yeah, I just really like this recipe book. This is one of my favorites. So you can also do snacks. So if you have like a toddler, these are available for them to eat, but also your adult age Sims can use them too. Sims will just kind of grab them from the fridge instead of making them. There goes my collard greens and cornbread. So that cornbread has now been put away because that's what he used to make it. I love their drinks. I think they're so cute, and they're still Maxis match, and they just grab them from the fridge or they make them in their coffee machine. It just depends on what you choose. So let's see, let's have them grab a iced caramel coffee. Or if we wanted to grab a hot drink, there's like a pumpkin spice latte, a hot toddy, a salted maple caramel latte. You can make a pot of it, you can make a single serving. Again, you can see it says made using the coffee machine. Gingerbread latte, a chai latte, tea and biscuits. It's just those things that you actually eat, like not just fun little Sims recipes. There's also specialty recipes, so if you wanted to bake or do a gourmet meal, you know, those are options in the games. You can also cook a grand meal, and they have options for that. So I have downloaded like a grand roast beef dinner. If this is something that you want to count as a grand meal when you're like having that holiday event in the game, there's different desserts. Since I showed you all the meals before, we had wedding cakes in the game. They've had wedding cakes. There's big birthday cakes, gingerbread cake, raspberry lemon tarts for the spring, maybe a chocolate mini egg cake for flower day, a lavender garden cake, a lemon meringue. There's U-Bright team cupcakes, Foxberry team cupcakes. There's a cake. If you've seen people do dinner reveals in their game, they usually use these. Take a slice, it'll be pink frosting or blue frosting. That's by this creator as well. You can see the Foxberry and U-Bright cakes, pumpkin cupcakes, tiger cake from maybe a birthday, maybe you want to go to Tummering. You can really use it to like just really integrate into your stories and into your Sims life. So I really like that. Princess Castle cake, a spiced carrot cake, There's so much to make from this one. They even have their own little sweet potato pumpkin pie, again using the dough available, and there's a peach cobbler. There's a lot to take in with this one, and yeah, like I said, it's definitely one of my favorites, and I'm sure you can see why. There's our collard greens and cornbread and our peach cobbler, and then we have these little hot cross buns. Speaking of drinks, I'm just gonna add these in because I think they're like pretty Maxis match. I have these little like wine bottles that you can grab in the game. You know, obviously we have these little decor versions a lot of people make, so he just drank of that one. But as you can see, you can serve some wine glasses with this one. This is from around The Sims 4. These are also available in build buy, but you can just place them anywhere and put them in your inventory, and they kind of act like a serving tray, but there's not a tray there, and you can serve your drinks like that. I know there's different serve drink mods that are out and everything, but it's just pretty simple, straight to the point, and you have your Sims grab it. That's the Riesling version from around The Sims 4. But there's also the Bordeaux bottle. So as you can see, you can use that as well for your gameplay. I also have a champagne tray if that's something that you were interested in. And also when we're thinking about like just a decor version, I also have these kind of Maxis match. Some of them are a little bit like the Simlish is very close to English looking, but just as something extra. Little custom content, alcohol bottles or drink bottles that can be used to display and stuff during the holidays. These are by Baby Girl 123, the Martini pack. This is the 818. Obviously that's the Rock. Obviously that one is like more of a Jack Daniels, and it's just available in clutter. This is a whole set, and it comes with like everything that you can use to decorate a little bar cart, and I just did it here with this Clutter Cat Welcome Home console instead. These plates that come with the game. This is a jar from the Stefan custom CC pack, but you can have like little coasters if you want that from the Martini set. There's books. There's a nice candle if you wanted to add that into the mix. There's this little sphere light, but I like there's even like a decanter that can match the set as well. And also, like Granny's Cookbook has those drinks that are available from the coffee machines or from the fridge. This next one is really cute. It works similarly to the rest. Speaking of custom drinks, here is one from it. This is Ani's recipe pack, which is this little grocery bag here. And as you can see, he just poured up some bottles of brewski, some bottles of beer. And this is also like really nice, available to serve because your Sims can just grab a serving of this and they just kind of eat a serving like any other little meal as well. So here it is. This is the Ani recipe pack. I really like this one because you can get this edition, which is the Zoomers Delivery Plus, and this has access to different like delivery options. There's additional pizzas, which I really like, and you can see how good of quality this creator's food is as well, and it's still Maxis match. So a lot of times it's Asian centered, which I really enjoy. So there's like a sushi place, there's Chinese, there's Kokyo chicken delivery, which is like Korean fried chicken if you've ever seen that. You can get delivered to your Sims home, but obviously you can make things at your Sims homes as well. So you can put it in your inventory, you can cook the recipes available in this cookbook. So there are so many. There's desserts, there's a lunchbox, there's instant foods, there's drinks. So you just saw me pick the bottled beer, but if you had like an espresso machine, you can make these different espressos and coffee drinks. There's different like milks. If you want strawberry milk, chocolate milk, there's horchata, there's soju. If you want some like alcohol for your Sims, there's cherry blossom lattes. There's even bubble milks that you can make at home. And that was out before Thrift Tea even came around. There's different desserts available. So I really like the desserts because there are fruits. So if you want your Sim to have like a serving of fruit, so watermelon, mango, pineapple, here are the different desserts. Again, a lot of Asian centered cuisine, and I really love it because the quality of the recipes are so great. There's instant food, so again, those recipes that you can grab straight from the microwave. They're great out because I don't have them available in the microwave, but we are making those holiday recipes. So if you wanted to prep ingredients by your Sim's hand, you can do that. Bake, there's different gourmet meals. There's also the lunchbox, which is another thing that I think is important to point out. It's just little bento boxes or like little recipes that you can make for your Sims kids. Again, they have descriptions, so if you are unsure what these things are, like a recho doserak, it's an old Korean lunchbox with rice, stir-fried anchovies, kimchi, and you can choose which recipes you want to download. So I really like that. If you go into small appliances, this is where you'll find the recipe pack, and you're able to see the version that you have. So all of these will be linked down below, of course. They just recently updated the outside of the bag, so you're able to get more than just these little checkered ones. I like the little regular ones because I feel like it just looks like you went to like a Whole Foods or something like that. And these new ones are cute. There's ones with like a little bunny on it, one with stripes. This would be cute for like the holidays. So yeah, look at the corn sauce, the taco rice. It's just all stuff I want to eat, but also introducing me to recipes that I haven't even had. I already made the cranberry roast beef, so I'll show you guys what that looks like. I feel like that's more like a later in the holidays, not like a Thanksgiving recipe, but I just wanted to show you it because the quality is just so good on these recipes, and the proportions are great. And when I say the proportions, I mean like available to your Sims, like the size that your Sims will be using. And your cooking time can be reduced with like prepping the veggies and everything. He's gonna cook the potato gratin. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Gratine? I don't know. And while he does that, I will show you guys the cranberry roast beef recipe. It's just so well done. Like the quality, are we seeing that? Not yum to me because I don't really like this, but yum if you like that. Like the quality is great, and yet it's still Maxis Magic, because we all know Maxis Magic is like cartoony. But oh, not as spoiled. Nice. And he's grabbing the potato gratin out. Yummy. So that is the onion recipe pack. I didn't show it off that well this time just because these are holiday recipes and they tend to be like regular day recipes. Now the last one you can, oh, he wants a glass of wine. The last one you can grab straight from the fridge. This is icemunmun's custom recipes. It's right under here. It's under custom food, and this one is really cool because it integrates the EA recipes. You can create custom meals, you can bake custom food, you can have dessert, serve dessert, make custom chilled desserts, make custom gourmet food, you can make custom grand meals, you can grab custom snacks. You can also buy a home catering and cloud kitchen business license. So that's something that he would do with all this food. So it creates gameplay as well as integrating different recipes that your Sims can make. And these little custom drinks are also so cute because they come with moodlets when your Sim is drinking them. So this one says sweet, salty, and okay, why he just put it there? Sweet, salty, and hot. A hot cup of apple cider topped with whipped cream and sweet, salty caramel. What's not to love? So this works a little differently than the rest of the recipes because there is no little build buy object that you buy. They just integrate straight within the game and they're available from the fridge. I'm gonna put these little mac and cheese mini cups away because they're about to spoil. We also have these little dinner rolls. We'll leave them out. We also have this sweet potato and marshmallow recipe here. These are one of my favorites too because if we go through this, there's so many recipes and they're so elaborate. So that was the mac and cheese mini cups. And you've got like poutine, dino nuggets, there's tofu, there's fufu, there's donuts, there's hot and sour soup, there's mixed berry oatmeal. Like there's so much for your Sims to make. There's tacos and the quality is great. The only thing, this is my only thing about icemunmun's recipes, I think the proportions in terms of the Sims are a little off, and that's my only complaint with icemunmun's food because they look great. They look great, like goat curry and rice, soft fish and ackee, and they also have descriptions, so I really like that. We've got cucumber tomato salad, jerk chicken. It just depends on what you eat during the holiday. There's even a turkey plate, so it's a plate of herb roasted turkey, jalapeno cheddar cornbread, cream corn collards, and green bean casserole. So if you wanted to make that whole thing and have this meal done for the holidays, there it is there. They also have their own version of a green bean casserole, and I think nearly all of these have a pecan pie recipe as well. But we're gonna make the jalapeno cheddar cornbread. Now he want to listen to some music. He's really vibing out now. Listen to lullabies. Don't play with me. If you also wanted to make a custom grand meal, I love this option. Like when they have like a grand meal tradition that they want to complete, you can make these different dishes, so it doesn't always have to be that turkey, that fish dinner, that ham dinner, etc. Maybe you want grand goat curry and rice or nasi lemak. Okay, let's make the grand mashed potato and gravy. Just because we have dinner rolls, but we also have this on the table. Maybe he's gonna add that into his recipe. And that is all of the custom recipe mods that I have to show you guys today in terms of Maxis match. So I'm just gonna not my stuff spoiling over there. So also this seasoning bottle, I'll link that down below. That's a custom override, just so your seasoning looks a little more aesthetic, because you know he's cooking for the internet. He wants it to be cutesy. His kitchen is getting dirty, things are spoiling, but look at the corn, like that's so cute. It's so cute. So yeah, I'm just gonna make the rest of the recipes, and then I'm gonna show you everything laid out, and you'll see how it all works. I have the little cornbread pieces.
Yipsy! Huh? Whoop. Woo! Small. No fig, sure me. Ha.
So everything is all done. Blaine's just doing some last minute cleaning, and I'm just going to show you guys the full showcase of everything that we've made today. But there are so many more recipes to explore. Custom food mods are my favorite addition to gameplay in The Sims 4. I just am obsessed. I can't get enough of them. But, you know, ditch EA's, we don't have to ditch, but, you know, add to EA's, you know, recipes and see if you can make something that you would make in real life or something that you've never had before. Because if we're looking at The Sims little turkey, like, look at their turkey. It's very cutesy, very demure, but when you see what your Sim can create with these custom recipes that I've shown you today, it's completely different.
Woohoo! Yibs, Tombra.
And yet it fits right on in. Everything is integrated. I just really love it. You can see nothing looks out of place. And when I say Maxis Match, it looks like Maxis made it, but it's even better because these artists are putting their hard-earned skill into creating these 3D modeling for your Sims to enjoy. And it's just more recipes, and like, who would love that? And with that, I want to thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I hope this helps, and I'll see you all again very soon. Peace out.